All right, folks, welcome to the Mcgrouchville Show, your weekly dose of random awesomeness for the everyday man. I'm your host, the Captain Matthew here, bringing you random stories each week, along with my rest of the crew here. We'll be a fantastic four each week. Our goal is to take you out of the daily life of stress and everything that just brings you down, and hopefully we can bring you some positivity, share some funny stories, give you different perspectives of life. So with that, again, I'll be trying to ride this ship along with my crew here. We've got the degenerate gambler Landon,
What up?
America's favorite couch coach Michael,
Hello, folks.
and your funny man brother Chris.
Hola.
Hola, hola. Well, we'll start out. Just how's everybody's week been? I know Landon, you've been you're the biggest WNBA fan I know, and are you an actual Liberty fan?
No, I'm going to be a Golden State Valkyrie fan.
I don't even know what that is.
They're the new expansion team that's coming up next season.
How many players do they have? I don't even.
Well, right now they currently have 0 because they the expansion draft is going to be in December. They get to pick their whole roster or they get to pick whoever they want from any team that's not protected, and each team right now can protect 6 players. So they can pick anybody else, whoever they want from anybody else, as long as they're not protected.
So there's no limit to.
There's 10 players on a team.
Okay.
There's
4 tributes, basically.
Pretty much.
Oh man, we would be
the 4 tributes. That's so fun, and we would our audience.
Yeah, we would be the 4 tributes. They'd be like, "Hey, those guys, we'll just go ahead and they're up for grabs." Could you imagine getting the old big FU from like your coach and your administration?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a trade thing. We've seen this before. We've seen it in hockey. Baseball, but more so in hockey. It's very interesting. It seems like it's streamlined just like that. You have the protected players, and then you just have everyone else out to the pasture. You really know where you stand, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I know, hockey. They've had like 3 new expansion teams in the past like 10 years.
Yeah, they just keep adding them. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and kind of unfair advantage because I know the Golden Knights, they're like, they wanted like the championship like the first 3 years.
That is false. I actually don't know. I know
I know they were very good, very quick.
Yeah, and much to the chagrin of the league, because everyone's like, really? Like you're basically playing with like all-stars. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. I will say that at least the Valkyrie, if that's what we're calling them, have a real name, unlike the Utah Hockey Club. So
yeah, that's kind of sad.
I think they're changing that name, but
after a year.
I have heard like a cool name like the Utah Yetis. Like that
I did see that.
There's been several other ones, but like that one like stuck out.
Wild stuff. Well, we'll get to your segment here in a second here. Michael, how's the week been? Coming off a big win with Tennessee over Alabama.
Yeah, that made the week really nice. It's a good thing. Now it can get us down in the dumps there, but it's always nice to have a big win against a big time rival. Even though those Alabama fans and I guess radio guys want to chirp about the noise.
Hey, we'll get to your segment here if you want to chirp too. So, oh man, I'm not going last on this one, but my week's been pretty eventful, I guess. I don't know why I was volunteered to be a chaperone at my kids' field trip, because usually that's just not what I do. So today we went to a nonprofit and basically went through adult diapers and like resources. So that's a segment for another time. But that's how the week's been. So, Christopher, how's the week?
Well, diapers have not been a part of a week, but no, big week professionally. It's really could be the biggest week of our firm ever. So it's just all getting some some things squared away tomorrow, T's and P's, and big tournament.
Awesome. Well, for our audience out there, each week, again, we'll give you a variety of just topics. I mean, some of us are dads, some of us are married, some of us are playing the Tinder game. I'm just kidding. I'm not really. But hey, feel free to join us each week, and we'll dive into different segments and just talk about life. It's political season and football season, so you got to go somewhere if your favorite team is having a fire sale like the Titans, and if your political team doesn't win either. So you need somewhere to just come through, chill, get away from real life. So that's what we're here to do, and just talk about everyday random things. So with that, we'll just kind of roll on out. I mean, I was making fun of your Valkyrie there. Landon, did you want to talk any more about what's going on with what do you got here to bring to this bring to this nonsense?
No, the WNBA season's done. Congrats to the Liberty. Sabrina didn't have the best game shooting wise, but contributed other ways. But yeah, congrats to them. But it's officially time for the men's league, and that's kind of what we're all here for. And
is that
so Celtics going to attack the championship this year. According to Joe Mazzulla, we're not defending anything. We're going after it again.
I don't remember. Christopher, when's the last time you've watched an actual NBA game? I mean, NBA Jam was our thing.
Yeah, I'm really glad you.
Yeah.
The last time that I watched it may have been 2005.
What?
Oh, jeez.
This guy. I mean, some of our
when I had a buddy who was a really big Pistons fan, and man, I watched those finals religiously.
Oh, that was is that the Rip Hamilton days?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, Chauncey Billups.
Yeah. There was a fun team to watch. Basketball was really, really fun. I had my buddy. He was really an infectious guy. He's a cool cat. He could sing. He auditioned for American Idol. John. He's a really cool cat. And he was from Detroit, so or from Michigan rather. So all things Detroit. Again, trying to hold it against him. He was actually a fan when we were buddies. When Michigan got upended in the Big House by Appalachian State.
Oh wow!
He was there?
No, he wasn't there, but he was he was in my universe at the time.
Oh man!
And that was
sure that was a rough week.
Yeah, we partied a lot because you imagine many shots were had.
I'm sure he probably didn't. Sure, it's not celebratory shots. Though.
No, that was brutal. So yeah, I would think. I've probably caught some tidbits here and there. I'm sure throughout. I'm sure I've watched tidbits of finals. But not sat down and watched the whole game from off to final buzzer.
Game is a lot different from what it was in 2005.
Yeah. You know what? You're a pretty infectious guy, so I might pick it up, man. I could easily.
Yeah, it's just really caught on lately since the Celtics have been the only good team to me lately. Colts been sucks. Red Sox don't want to spend money and let all their all-star players go. Meanwhile, Celtics have $1 billion roster right now. Pretty much.
Man, you're causing the fans to stress. All of our Red Sox fans. At the time of this recording, we got the Yankees in the World Series. So
go Dodgers! I wish they would both lose, but I'm contractually obligated to never root for a New York team.
Oh man, I thought we were going for the Evil Empire. Are we split on this? Michael, what you got? Who are you rooting for in this? This guy is just so blown away by the fact that two major markets are in this World Series. Speechless.
Probably going to go against Landon here and probably go with New York.
Yeah.
I am not an LA Dodger guy. Obviously, for those that don't know, I'm a huge Atlanta Braves fan. So we have kind of run into a little rivalry with the LA Dodgers last couple of years, and I don't want to see them rewarded. So the Yankees, what do they have? 27 rings. I mean, what's one more?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I just signed the contract that I'm never allowed to root for New York teams. Plus, I miss Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts. He's from Nashville, right?
Yep.
Mookie Betts, I believe, was committed to play
He was at.
baseball at UT before he was drafted.
Oh, I thought he went to Vanderbilt.
Yeah. I don't know. He might be upset if we're getting out the wrong information here. I don't know. I think he was good friends with David Price. He was a Vandy guy.
That's what Google's for.
That's what the Google machine is for. Shoot. Speaking of 2005, do you ever wish you can just go back to your favorite? Do you have a favorite year? I don't know, Landon. You
year.
We don't have very many of them, buddy. So
I'm like
to choose from.
Because 1998, I remember 1998, and allegedly that's when the gambler here was born. I think that was the last season of Seinfeld. Am I right on that? So I mean, 98, you had Mark McGuire smashing 70 home runs. You had the end of Seinfeld. You had that was Peyton Manning's rookie year. I mean, what a great year, 1998. But I don't know, what was it, Christopher? What years is 2019, right?
We always look at 2019 as this, pretty year for whatever reason. A lot of stars aligned. Right before the world shut down. So,
okay, just going back to Mookie Betts. He was recruited to Tennessee, but he never even played college baseball. Straight to.
No, he didn't. He chose the dollars. Smart man.
I'm glad you mentioned that. We've been talking about money, and you were talking about the Yankees earlier. I'm rewatching The Ranch on Netflix. And have you guys seen that? Ranch with Ashton Kutcher?
I've heard of it.
I have not.
What?
It's great. I mean, it came out.
You're gonna have to give a whole synopsis because there's a lot that's happening since some of the actors too. So
sure, yeah.
And I mean, it's over. So if you've not watched it now, you can plug your ears in the audience.
Yeah, no. I mean, it came out forever ago, I think. And everyone, of course, watched it in 2020 because there was nothing to do. But the point is, his character, Ashton Kutcher's character, Colt Bennett, he looks over. He poses the question, and the question is, and this is so, and you'll have to watch a show to kind of know about his status. Who has more money, Scrooge McDuck or the Monopoly Man?
Oh,
yeah.
So Scrooge McDuck. This is where I'm getting Monopoly Man. He's just flying around with the chest, the cash, doll hairs, dollar bills. But Scrooge McDuck, I mean that's some solid gold. I mean the gold value, right? Am I wrong?
See it.
See it. The gold, and that's the one that appreciates the value. I mean, this is. I would have to go Scrooge McDuck because I think that's. I don't know. Is from what the world tells me, I think that's an inflation. That helps.
Yeah, plus, I mean, there's only so much money in Monopoly. It's never going to go up, never going to go down.
But what about the price of real estate?
Oh, dang!
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what about the price of real estate? I mean, the gold can easily lose. It's a commodity,
Yeah.
See, that's where I was going as far as the hedge inflation kind of thing is what I've heard out there, but I don't know. I could be making this up.
Yeah, and that's neither here nor there. But just in real fake life I mean, I just think Scrooge. She just seemed to be diving into a silo.
Swimming.
Swimming, yes, in the silo. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we had our YouTube channel cranking, we would ask the audience here. This is a nice poll question. Maybe we can put some clip art and do an audio version because
Might have to get copyright permission from Hasbro and Disney, I guess.
Gotta plug in Disney.
Well, or we could make a fake duck and like a dollar bill. But I'll tie it into sports because I know it's important. I'm going to tie it into sports and blow your domes, guys. Which one of these characters, either one, would make a better sports team owner?
I'm harsh debating here.
Yeah.
So again, because I need to visualize and I need to make sure I've got all my stats right here. You're saying what character?
Yeah. I mean, would Scrooge or the Monopoly Man, who would fare better in sports ownership? Is the actual question.
Okay, so Monopoly Man, I don't know if I trust him as far as like, is he just buying up the players? I mean, I'm looking at the New York Jets right now and Aaron Rodgers and coming from that, is it? Or freaking Scrooge McDuck, he has to mess around with his Huey Dewey, his stupid.
Do you think that they're going to help him draft? Do you think they're going to have input? the nephews who want to get in.
I can see Monopoly Man being like the Oakland A's.
Monopoly Man doesn't want to spend. Is that what you're saying?
Like, no, he's just going to get his money, get as much out of it, and cash out.
And then move the team.
Oh,
yeah, I can see that.
Oh man. I mean, Michael.
I just think of Jerry Jones in this instance. I just like which one is like the most like Jerry Jones?
Man, I don't know. I have a heart for the Scrooge McDuck because I have kids. So those of you out there, and you're having to watch the DuckTales. I mean, we watched the OG version and the new version.
Here's the new, right?
Yeah. So we're plugging in Disney. They should, I know, like crazy here. But those stupid ducks and their nephews, I think because they always get in trouble, but it always works out. And then you got the little dude with their other uncle flying around, messing around. I mean, you're eventually going to have to, all that randomness is going to have to put together something on the field. Monopoly Man, he's just throwing out contracts. So
yeah, and like you said, is Monopoly Man super trustworthy? Definitely has a.
He blew my mind on that.
Yeah, that's the small wins in podcasts. Try that. You'll be thinking about that like when you wake up in the morning.
I know, and have any regrets? I mean, shoot, my that's crazy. I have too much anxiety to try and stress. Like, what if I chose wrong? Like, it's just,
oh my!
I never think this.
Yeah.
In fact, you're stressing over some just a fun question is crazy.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we got to put some clip art out there on the YouTube and see if we can get some comments and a poll going on that. That is wild, man. I don't even know how to follow that up on that.
Well, real quick, we were talking about the year 2005?
Yeah.
When it came to basketball, so Forbes apparently used to put out a fictional 15 list of the richest fictional characters by net worth. In 2005, he was number 6.
What?
With $8.2 billion.
Monopoly Man didn't make it, did he?
I'm not seeing
it.
Not
top 10.
But I can fact check.
Not top 10 though, right?
Give us the. Do you guys want to know 1 through 5? What's 1 through 5, or do we want to go in reverse order?
Yeah, reverse order. Yeah.
All right, who's number 15 on this?
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
If you're going to bring us the heat in your fastball, like.
That old Montgomery Burns is up there. Pretty rich.
Oh.
I would not trust him as an owner, as a sports owner. I mean,
that literally is Jerry Jones.
I mean, that guy's spraying chemicals around, just losing stuff.
You'd have him out,
Yeah.
have him play football with
Yeah,
fake helmets, like.
Yeah. Oh my
Save money.
So you have to check on this one. Didn't he have like the early '90s have like this crazy softball team of Don Mattingly, Ozzie Smith, all those guys? Or am I making that up?
I remember there was something in an episode where like that. I don't remember who all it was, but they definitely like recruited like professionals like that for their team.
So maybe as a shady owner, I don't know.
Who was his assistant? The one with the glasses. What was his name?
Oh yeah, Smithers.
Yeah, that's pretty much been Jason Garrett and Mike McCarthy for the past like 10 years or 10, 15 years. He's just basically his puppet.
Man. Couch Coach, where's this list? I think it busted his face open on this. Were you just as shocked?
Well, I had to go down a little rabbit hole here to get this information.
Like looking at the roster sheet here.
Okay, so since we're talking about two of these fellas,
did Monopoly make?
I do believe that this is current. This is not 2005, but this is current.
Wait, hold on. So initially, you said that. So did the Forbes start out in 2005 making a fictional list, or are you saying
no? That since we were talking about the year 2005, I thought I would circle us back, but I can't find that list. So we're going to go present time. Mr. Monopoly is 13 on the top 15 list at a 1.2 billion.
What year is this?
So this is 2020.
Okay.
So this is as pretty current as we can get.
All right. So and this is fictional Forbes fictional. What is it?
This is fictional Forbes top 15.
All right.
Of
coming in
fictional characters.
All right.
So take a wild guess who number one is.
No. You got to go backwards. We got 13 down.
Oh, you want to go all the way?
We want to go all the way.
Okay.
Gosh, I just hope I know at least half of these.
Number 15, Jay Gatsby.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Has a net worth of $1 billion. Number 14 is Lady Mary Crawley. Estimated $1.1 billion after her husband's death.
I can see that.
Okay,
Number 13 is Mr. Monopoly. Estimated net worth of $1.2 billion.
That shit sold more.
Number 12, Laura Croft.
Oh.
Estimated $1.3 billion with the help of her trust fund.
I didn't think of that. I wouldn't trust her as an owner, though. She'd shoot you.
Number 11, Walden Schmidt. Net worth $1.3 billion.
That makes sense. Ashton Kutcher. There we go.
Christopher, you called
Ashton
it.
Kutcher is
C. Montgomery Burns. Number 10, $1.5 billion.
Bring in the fastball here.
Number 9, Tywin Lannister.
Yeah.
Estimated $1.8 billion. Number 8, I'm sure there's some ladies that might like this one. Christian Grey, $2.5 billion.
Oh boy.
Number 7, Richie Rich. Estimated $5.8 billion.
Like Christian Grey? Is that what you're saying?
I just don't understand how Richie Rich would have more money than Christian Grey. No.
That little dude's loaded.
Richie Rich.
Number 6, personal favorite for mine. This is my second favorite comic book. Bruce Wayne, $9.2 billion. Thanks to his trust fund.
I mean, he needs it for all his gadgets since he's not.
Yes, very much so. Number 5, Charles Foster Kane, $11.2 billion.
Jeez.
Number 4, we have another comic book character, Tony Stark, $12.4 billion.
Makes sense.
I mean, does inflation?
Thanks to Stark Industries.
These guys are older.
Number 3, Carlisle Cullen, $46 billion over his century-long lifetime. This one's great. Number 2, Smaug the Dragon, $54.1 billion.
Freaking dragon. Here we go.
All right.
And number 1, Scrooge
Scrooge
McDuck, worth an estimated $65.4 billion.
Can he be trusted to run a sports franchise and buy it?
There it is. There it is. Yes.
He would buy up the Orlando Magic.
Wow. Now we know. Now it's really.
Hey man, you know what they call that kind of money?
What?
Hey, that's FU money.
What do they call it?
That's FU money.
Don't get us kicked out of here.
Apparently, fearless leader here would not be hanging out with us doing podcasts because he would be sitting on his stacks, not chilling, So on the podcast, now we know where we're probably not in the top 15 of things you'd be doing, sitting upon your stacks there.
I do not have stacks. I don't even know on this. If you had the quote FU money, I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I would tell people if you won or inherited or somehow came up with a crap ton of money, what would you do?
I think that's the rule, not to say anything, right?
Yeah,
you just slip out.
You just say you retire and just buy a simple home and just try.
All of us have regular day jobs here. Some of us have like 12. Looking at you, gambler here. But would you just not show up the next day? What's the etiquette on that? If I were to come out and then accidentally win the lottery or get an inheritance, or just somebody just dump trucked some cash for no reason, what's the etiquette on that? You just not show up, or do you turn in 2 weeks, or you just keep working?
No, I guess how much?
Yeah, it's always about how much, man.
How much? Okay. Let's start.
I don't know if I even hit let's say a $500,000 parlay. I'm not coming in the next day. I'm not even call. I'm not doing anything.
500,000 is your number.
500, if I hit I'm not saying I would retire, but or anything, but 500,000
work the next day.
Yeah, I would definitely not come in. Maybe for yeah. So I know that's a pretty low bar. So I don't know if I would retire.
500,000 would have a lot more value for you than it would for me.
That's true.
Because of the time. Yeah. You can invest it for a lot longer for all those years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, probably half of that I'd go back to straight gambling, but
then 2 weeks later you ask for your job back.
no, I would just I would just
half a mil.
No, it'd be just bigger straight bets, not anything crazy. I feel like I'd be and then just live off of gambling. Hopefully I can just make a living off that with the bigger bankrolls, as long as you hit.
And then he would kick us off the island of hanging out because he'd be even the
No.
Yeah, I don't know what
there. I think you would be corrupt. You have your Biff would have his crazy hotel and a casino and mistreat someone's stepmom. I can see this.
Oh man. Would you take a random trip? Would you go to Vegas or something crazy?
Oh, I would definitely take a world tour. I definitely want to travel.
Ooh,
but
I like that.
But I mean, first priority is to straight up buy a house. Just pull up the briefcase of money. Just pay for this house with cash, and then go from there.
I had a friend who his dad tried to do that. They won $162K, and the bank didn't have the money, and he got really pissed off.
Oh,
I mean, literally, like, he was like, what is this? Like, what, you don't have the money? Well, no, banks don't, especially small, local banks, they don't have kind of cash on hand to distribute to. There's so many bells and whistles and hoops and everything to jump through. And he was frustrated.
Now, I feel like that's like something like a month in advance. You have to like let them know, like,
Yeah, like, hey, I want this cash. Yeah, I mean, even $10,000 requires legal movement.
yeah.
That is true. I'm stuck on this number now. You tripped me out because you went low as in like some people say millions. I don't know.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't probably retire over it, but I
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't be coming into work.
Going in the next year.
Like, why would I work hard? Like, maybe I'll say maybe take a year off.
Take a year off. If I do 1.5, I'm gonna mess you up with the decimals there. The 0.5, and then pay off the house, and then maybe not going the next day. But here's the thing with the family, and everybody needs insurance and goes to the doctor all and all this other. So hey, there we go. As a stressed out dad, so I got to think about that number. Maybe 1.5. I can at least not go into work the next day.
Well, if it was 2, then at least a quarter of it could be for the medical.
Yes, that I exist in. I'm the one who's going more. No, it's fun. It's fun time when you have kids. I'm sure the audience can relate out there, and crazy stuff. Michael, what would you do? We're throwing out rando numbers out here.
I mean, I could probably quit with 500K.
He's going 500,
but I'm greedy though, man. I want more. But 500K, I could probably quit, and I would probably invest half of it
and hustle it.
That's just me.
Yeah.
So,
take this 500,000 and turn it into more.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Like
gonna do.
man.
Yeah, best way I know how is gambling.
Hmm.
Gamble responsibly, kids.
I mean, with that much cash, I mean, heck, you could probably like live off your investments. You invest it, right? It's a lot of money.
My problem is I don't like to wait. I need things instant gratification. So
same here. That's why.
Speaking back to sports, who's the cat who? And I think there's been several, but who is it who's famous for living off of just their endorsement money? And
heard this, and I can. It was like a low set. Like they lived on like 30K. Is that right? I mean, that's not. It's relatively
something like that.
Low for an athlete. I remember when I first made 30K, I thought I was like so rich, and then responsibilities happened.
But responsibilities. Yes.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like hearing like what it first time I was like, oh, I made this amount of money. It does not feel like it though. Like,
episode like we need to research that.
Yeah, I feel like 2/3 of it is just going towards like bills. So like I feel broke.
That's gonna be. I mean, that's all walks of life. You can even feel broke as a somebody with a 6-figure salary. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what the lifestyle you want to live. Like, if you want the nicest of the things, yeah, probably.
I'm just trying to live another day, gambler. Just trying to live another day.
Same here.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're not wrong though. I mean, think about it. I mean, just in the 2005 or even before then, during that time frame. Think about it. So the house that me and my buddies rented on in college, our weekly or our monthly rent was $185.
Jesus.
Yeah, $185. But I tell you what, guys, it was so difficult sometimes to come up with that. I mean, it was literally like a chore. So yeah, $555 was that's what we need to collectively, with 3 guys, collectively produce. So now on Zillow, that house rents for $1,360. Same house, no upgrades. The absolute the neighborhood is completely deteriorated into
circa 2005.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're paying. From from the year 2000 to about 2005. Yeah, for those 5 years. Yeah, 555.
You could turn back time.
Yeah, it's
I think turn back.
but like I said, $185 was kind of hard to get. I mean, we're making $6 an hour at the mall. I mean, it's hard to do. Yeah. But 1163 or 1363 now. That's crazy. And the house is 1,080 square feet. It's no McMansion.
Oh my! Jeez.
Man,
No Crouch Manor.
No Crouch Manor.
when we get the YouTube clips, I will show. We're to the point of running live.
You're gonna find like a janky old. You're gonna take a picture of your house and then like Photoshop some like gray mold on it and make it look like a shack. Like have it like on a stormy day.
No.
Like the opposite of what a realtor would do.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I've been to some bad Airbnbs where like, oh, the pictures look so nice, but then get there, it looks so trash.
Yeah, we experienced that in
Yeah.
No buses are being thrown, so we'll leave it at that. But yeah, that was absolutely a place that definitely only guys trips. I don't recommend it for a bachelorette party.
But when you think, unfortunately, like Airbnb sounds so nice. You have a whole house to yourself. Don't have to like compare like hotels where you had like people right next to you. Like we weren't like surrounded, but it's like we can do pretty much whatever we want. Like hotels, like have like some type of decency.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, I remember one time I had like an Airbnb, and it was in downtown Atlanta, right next to the Falcon Stadium. I was going for a couple. It's the SEC championship I went to, and plus the Falcons game, and another like a concert all in one weekend. And like, okay, it's nice, but I didn't see like any like numbers on the Airbnbs. Like, okay, I don't know which one I'm going to. And plus, I got there early and like before the check-in time, and like the SEC championship, I think it's at 5:30. It's like, okay, whatever. I'll just park somewhere on the street and then just go walk to the stadium. So I never even officially checked in, but and then the game happens, everything. Get back, it's probably like, or go to like a close by restaurant. It's still like 11:30. By the time I get back, it's like I still don't know which one I'm supposed to be in. And then so I was like, I think this is it. So like I don't know where the key is. I don't. There's like the number pad. I don't even think worked. So I just opened the door, and next thing I know, it's just a dark room and just some other person like on the other side, like, oh, welcome. Like,
What?
Yes.
What?
Like,
a little creepy.
He's
Were you
into
at
that
place?
like, I guess I'm in the right place then. And you're like, oh yeah, your room is upstairs at the very end of the hall.
Oh,
like, okay.
Oh, you were just renting a room that was shared.
Yeah,
shared
So I guess they were the owners. So like, I did, but I never even I never had like Airbnb where the owner was like still there. So like,
oh yeah, that's.
And what's worse is I forgot my charger. So like, I basically didn't have a charger. So before I even went in, like I was going to charge my phone just in my truck on my car charger, and I guess one of the neighbors was like, yo, what are you doing out here? Like, we're like, cause I think I parked in the grass because I didn't know like I didn't want to like block like parking spaces for like anybody else or whatever. And like, yeah, if you don't move your car, we're like gonna block you in. Like we're not gonna move. So it's like, well, okay, glad I was out of here then.
It's awful.
Yeah,
Sounds a little hostile.
yeah, it was. All the events were fun, but the Airbnb was awful. And plus, I think they had like ants crawling around like in the bathroom. It was like, oh,
Ugh.
this is not it. This is no bueno.
Oh man,
Really
I
the
do
worst.
know a story to follow that one up. I mean, so we all share the same grandma here, and when I'll meaning she watches horror movies, and I was in Poland one time, and we stayed at a hostel, and somehow I just randomly called her on. This was like way back when we had the landlines and such, and she was like, "Well, I hope you're doing well there, and it's not like the movie Hostel," and I just I
I was actually going to ask you that. Was that
good
movie out?
lady who just loves horror movies, and then she says they're all remakes too. So we'll have to have her as a
This
guest.
is her favorite season, man. Absolutely.
Everything's a remake, but I mean, it wasn't like good luck. It was just like, oh yeah, we're watching that movie now. I've never actually made it through the entire movie. Michael, your dad tried to force me to watch some, and once the dude's Achilles got slipped, spoiler alert. I mean, the movie's like 20 years old.
Oh,
I was out. Once you start slicing the Achilles, I'm out. It's just-
Yeah, that was a rough scene, man.
so-
He was sitting at a chair.
Oh.
Dude slit his Achilles and told him, "You're free to go." He gets up and goes, man. Yeah, oh yeah, he's free to go. All right, his tendon is free from his bone.
I'm not a big horror movie fan,
Oh,
but
I'm
I'll
not.
watch it, but because it's for me, it's like it's got to be in a franchise thing. So I love the Halloween ones, and I don't know why that is, and I can handle some Scream, but I can't handle like torture. Maybe that's where I draw the line. I don't know.
I can't do any. I don't get the appeal of horror movies.
Well, that's
It's
because
like,
you live it in Airbnb horror.
oh,
No, I'm the only one in my house though. Enjoys them because of growing up watching them as a child.
Yeah.
I mean, Mimo would probably have been in some serious trouble. I remember we watched the Hellraiser movies when I was like 7 years old, and yeah, but
It was like a Saturday morning cartoon.
I know, right, yeah.
That's just how you did it in the 80s and early 90s. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to have some comments. I mean, so far today we've got a lot of debates. I mean, would Scrooge McDuck or the Monopoly Man be a better? I mean, who wealth and be a better sports owner? We've got horror stories of between lodging. I said lounging, lodge areas, and then your favorite horror movie festivities with your family. Specialized grandmas who treat it like Saturday morning cartoons.
She
So
really did, man. I remember being in that video store, and I was so excited. Right. So yeah. The esposa here, she does not, for the opposite reason. For the kid, she was subjected to them and does not like them to this day. So yeah, Thursday nights are like my time to watch them, but for podcasting instead. So this is actually way more rewarding.
if we can,
The sacrifices.
we get 1 to 2 audience members out there to comment. I mean, we'll be really rocking and rolling with some content here.
For sure.
Oh, dude. Did you guys ever get the Meemaw horror movies? I mean,
I did not. I honestly didn't even know she watched horror. Like all I see her is like watching the old.
You're the worst grandson. I mean,
He's never spent the night there.
all I know she watches is like the old, like comedy shows and wrestling.
If you have a Meemaw out there, there's no one that tops our Meemaw. But I do love the fake wrestling. That is, I can relate. I mean, maybe I should blame Meemaw on that too. So, horror movie. I mean, here we're going to try. I think we're going to attempt to watch a horror movie. We're in horror movie season now close to Halloween, so we would not be able to bring episode 2 next week because
We
at
won't.
the time.
No, I can give you a brief review of the Forever Purge. You guys seen that?
No.
The
Oh,
Forever
yeah.
Purge.
Is this?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I watched it last Thursday, and what did you guys think?
You know, those Purge movies, I like
Yep.
the first one. Kind of after that, I kind of lost interest.
I thought the election year, I liked that one.
That
Yeah,
one
but
was
this
pretty good.
one was very divisive. I didn't like it,
Yeah.
and I really like Josh Lucas. So, I mean, every Saturday morning we, hear his voice on the book commercials. No free shout outs there, but Josh
No
Lucas.
free shout.
But yeah, I mean, it was kind of a letdown. It really was. Like, oh, and then you think you're sitting there, you're like, well, it's not even compelling because I can't really enjoy the whole concept. It started off okay, had some kind of cool moments, but then, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. Yep. There's that.
I can tell.
Yeah, wasn't a fan.
I can't wait to enter that arena when my kids are older because right now we still watch the Scrooge McDucks and the Blueies and free plugins for Disney there. So again, so in 10 years, maybe I can be a grown up again. I strive to just live for the weekends and capture the football moments and take some time. But maybe these others can feel my pain out there. And then my wife, she is more thriller, suspense, but not doesn't handle the violence well. So
Good thriller, man. That's a good movie, though, for sure.
I don't know.
I'm trying to even think the last time I even watched a horror movie. It's been a while.
You're missing out, man.
So, have you seen any of the Chucky franchise?
No,
That's what Emo really like. I had the dog.
No,
I had the dog
Are
that
you
looked
serious?
like Chucky. And
It was the My Buddy ripoff, right?
I mean,
we
were friends to the end, guys. I mean, it was something else. Yeah.
I think
Chucky has had a series out recently, but I heard that it got canceled. Like the season, they were going in season.
Oh, yeah.
No free plugins, but
I mean we've already given up enough of them. So.
Well, no. I don't know where we stand on Chucky because I think they got canceled. Not like pop culture canceled. I think they just weren't renewed.
I'm sure he'll be canceled. If I recall, I think he's kind of anti-Semitic and anti-human.
Here in the Mcgrouchville, we try to keep it from the crazy and the everyday stresses. But yes, he probably would be canceled. That is funny. I can't believe it. I guess our homework is to go and find a good scary movie for the next round here. Maybe we can get out some recommendations. I still live too much of my life in nostalgia, so I gotta find something.
Part of the genetic code, guys. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean,
what's really scary is watching Tennessee's offense in the first half.
Wait, what is it?
Oh man, that was a shot right there.
What did you say?
Oh, I said what's really scary is watching Tennessee's offense in the first half.
Oh.
Big time shot.
Yeah, shots fired, shots received.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean,
that was clever.
I mean, it's the same record at the time of recording as your Ohio State Buckeyes. So, here, man.
Well, it wasn't trying to just taking a shot. I wasn't trying to switch the subject or anything, just because I haven't seen any horror movies in probably at least over 8 years.
We all love sports, but half of us can't keep up on the horror movie. I mean, I'm still blown away on the first question with the McDuck. I can't get past this.
If they made a horror movie like they did the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey,
I didn't see that one.
What?
Winnie the
Yes,
Pooh, Blood. I watched the first 7 minutes of it, and I was like, nope, this is.
You're missing out. The second
really
one,
worth it. Should I get back into it?
Well, okay. So actually, now we gotta drive this home here. We only do our segments But time to time. But we're pumping some overtime being episode 1 here. So, seasonal horror movies. I know that they're doing the freaking Winnie the Pooh, and they're trying to do Mickey Mouse, and we're plugging in Disney again for the 5th time here. But seasonal horror movies, Thanksgiving, Eli Roth, and that one was a good movie. I actually did watch a horror movie, and I watched it in theaters last year. And it has the old McMuffin dude from Grey's Anatomy. Patrick Dempsey is his name. Big Steamy, McMuffin, McDreamy, one of those guys.
He was in one of those Scream movies too.
I
I can't remember which one, but he was
think
in
you're
there.
making things up on that.
Oh, I am not making that up. He was a cop.
Eli Roth, that one was a funny movie. And, I mean, it was a fun and funny movie. But
want to guess it's Rotten Tomatoes score there, sir?
On Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Or are we talking
It's
Blood
awful.
and Honey?
Yeah.
On which one?
Thanksgiving.
All right. This is like guessing batting averages here. Rotten Tomatoes. I would say 60%.
No, it's higher. The
Really?
tomatometer is 84%.
Oh, that's actually really good. You made it sound like it was rotten.
Yeah, no, it just it must be pretty good. Popcorn meter.
It's
Yeah, I never understood
for
the Rotten
retail.
Tomatoes score. Like,
plugs in the Black Friday and all that fun stuff and the commercialism. It's a fun time. Spoiler alert on that. But I think the second one they're making, it's coming out in 2025. So that's one movie I'll be seeing.
yeah, I would think like the Rotten score like it would be like the opposite. It's like the higher the score would be like the more tomatoes you throw at it as bad, and like lower it's like, oh, I'm only throwing this amount of tomatoes. So it's like I've never understood.
Is that
like,
real? Is it?
No, like, that's just what I always think.
That's your theory.
Yeah, it's like
thought like that. You thought like that?
I've always felt like like, oh, out of 100 tomatoes, how many would you throw at this movie because it's so bad? Like 90. I'm gonna throw 90 tomatoes.
Or water bottles on the field if you don't like the call. Either one.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you don't like something, you're gonna throw something.
Another shot at a different UT school. So.
Yeah.
Water on the field. I never gonna overturn it. Oh man.
That's just how I always felt. About now. Like now, if you go like the IMDb, one of the other ones is like, yeah, the higher score the better. But like,
wait, what do you prefer, Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb? Is that even like is that something you can?
I don't know. I just always, the way I'm thinking about it, like, I guess I understand IMDb more because it's like, oh, the better, I feel like you do want the higher number. The other way I think is how many tomatoes you would throw at it. I just maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm the only one who's ever had that thought.
You can put that a clip art poll. Are you weird for thinking this?
I think it's a really good theory.
That is a good theory.
It was so much of a good theory that I thought that I was doing it wrong.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, this movie really sucks then.
Yeah, because even go back like when there was actual theaters, not WWE theaters, but like Shakespeare theaters, like they probably throw like actual objects at a show that they didn't like.
The great debate on this. Wow. No, I mean we should change it now. But I think it just goes. I just look at and see if it like has the splash of tomato on it, and I'm like, nope, this is not good. But I usually check out the audience score as opposed to just the reviews.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that popcorn meter.
The popcorn meter.
See, but that one makes more sense. Like, I would eat this much popcorn because I'm enjoying it so much.
Gosh, do you look at life everywhere based on the
How much popcorn would you throw at the screen?
No, because popcorn, that's more understandable because nobody's eating a tomato at movie theaters.
Huh?
Like you're gonna eat popcorn.
Well, you eat candy at the theater too. I mean, are we doing like candy boxes, Sour Patch Kids kind of thing?
I mean, honestly, any type of candy. It doesn't matter what it is. But I don't know. I'm honestly not even a big popcorn. Like I just don't like get my hands dirty, or not a hand, like all buttery and like I don't know. Man, I've only been to the movie theaters and probably once in the past 5 years. So
The last movie I saw in the theater. I think I got you beat, man. I think it was like the second Hunger Games.
What?
Again,
yeah.
I mean, granted, I'm saying like past 5 years. Like I've only been to theaters like maybe 2 months ago, and that was to go see Twisters. And then before that, I can't remember the last time.
I don't like you talking about Twister because
Here
it's
comes.
a sort
Here comes. I've been waiting since the inception, since the literal. Hey guys, we should have a podcast. I was waiting for this to come up, and somehow the stars have aligned. This is not. This is we have no notes to go off of. This literally organically came up. 3, 2, 1. Tell your story.
Save it for the next one. Would you hold a vendetta?
Wait.
Do you want to know why I hate the movie?
I was not at fault. This might have to. This might have to be the what is it? Teaser for episode 2.
It's gonna be the teaser for episode 2. We can't publish anything before Halloween. We're gonna put this on. We're gonna sidebar it here. We're gonna
2 weeks.
We're gonna kick the tires around on this one. But I'm gonna leave you on Twister and why I am anti-Twister, the movie. And it's not the people. It has nothing to do about the movie or the actor.
Yes.
Or the IMDb score or the Rotten Tomatoes.
Or tomatoes. Popcorns. None of that stuff.
Oh man. Oh man. I did not.
It's really great. It's a really great reason. I would be admittedly
gonna hook. I mean, if you're ever in a sibling rivalry, you'll stay tuned for the episode 2 here. Or if you just love being miserable or feeling like the rug just got yanked up from your feet. Here we go. Oh man. Any last final thoughts? I don't know why I said final moments here. Final thoughts before we send off our audience into the abyss here. And anything that we learned or we got stuck on. You guys know I am still stuck on the screwdriver here.
Jerry Springer.
Jerry
Springer here with your
Springer, unfortunately, he died in this past year. I mean, and the reason I bring that piece up is I live in the great state of Ohio and outside of Cincinnati, and so he's like a staple here. So we've got Jerry Springer and Pete Rose in the past couple of years. R.I.P.
Well, I guess we'll have to R.I.P. episode 1, and yeah.
It can only go up from here.
Fitting you say R.I.P. with the scary movies.
Yes. Fun. I mean, yeah, but hey, if you actually tuned in to listen, I am stuck on this poll. Name your favorite scary movies, and if you're horror fans, or Scrooge McDuck, or freaking like Monopoly Man, because now, I mean, this could be a heated debate on here. But there's any other closing shots on this? I'm just throwing all the brigade out here.
No.
Nope.
Fun stuff, guys.
Until next time in the Ville, we appreciate you listening to Mcgrouchville.
You guys have a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Don't do anything stupid. Don't hand out nonsensical candy. And last minute here, favorite candy, Halloween candy. You don't have to think too much.
Are you asking? Oh, wait, you're asking us?
I'm asking you guys, and then we can do a poll.
Oh, okay. Definitely Reese's peanut butter cups.
All right. I think I might go Snickers route, but I'm a big chewy. I like the chewy stuff too, so it's kind of the Sour Patch Kids. But we're just throw me a candy bar here. I'll go Snickers.
Whatever's available, whatever chocolate nonsense. It's highly caloric and it's fine.
Man, oh man, Michael, you're the I guess anti, like, you have, like, your metabolism's ridiculous. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
I'm gonna go with tomorrow's theme, Payday.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Man, that's great. That is an
I feel like that's
great
very,
idea.
I feel like
And
that's very underrated.
It is very underrated. I survived on those things.
Love them.
Literally, I can make
Love
it a meal.
them.
It's
We
fantastic.
can make it a meal payday, and that is our exit out. And I appreciate you guys listening. And stay tuned for after Halloween episode 2.